Good morning, good morning. We are gathering for coffee with Casper. I've got my coffee. Here comes the Casper. There he is. We're seeing what we got going yet. We're not on Facebook yet. We're working on it. There we go. We're up. We're up on Facebook. That means we're up on YouTube. Good to see you this morning. There's the Casper boy. Your people are over here. There they are. They're over there. They're over there. Yeah, that's right. And you're on my lap. Okay, down. Good boy. Let me know where you are. Aloha from Honolulu. All right. Nice to see you this morning again. Good morning. Good morning. Let me know where you are. We already got the winds of aloha blowing in. Good morning from Palm Desert. I wonder how it is out there. I wonder how it is here in this part of Southern California. It is raining. That's why we're inside, broadcasting to you from inside. We're glad you're here this morning. Good morning from Boise. Hi, Ms. Loretta. Good to see you. All right, the friends are gathering. We're gathering for coffee with Casper. So far, the winds of aloha, Arizona, Boise, Palm Desert, another Boise. Hey, there's Dave. Hey, pal. Nice to see you this morning. Reginald. Hi from Arizona. All right. Lightly raining in Palm Desert, we see. Well, it's raining pretty good here. Oh, I love that old good morning from rainy Santa Rosa. Yeah, we're part of the atmospheric river up there. We're in the same river together. Maybe everybody will figure that out. Good morning from North Carolina on a sunny spring day. Yay, somebody's got some spring happening. They never got that message over here in SoCal. Good morning from Hollywood, beautiful, glamorous Hollywood. Nice to see you this morning, Rev. All right, well, we're glad everybody's here this morning. We're going to gong ourselves in. It's right about that time now. Here we go. Here we go. Let's everybody take a big, deep breath in. We're going to let the sound off. One more time. Big, deep breath in. Relaxing the shoulders. And then bring that energy up into your heart center. And let's just sort of rest there in our heart center, because we are gathering here on Coffee with Casper. This is a gathering happening, as you can see, all over the United States. Good morning from Studio City. We're all over Southern California, Northern California, Hawaii, Boise. We're checking in from all over the place. We're glad you're here, and we're glad you're sharing your light with the world. That's our mission, right? To bring forth that light. And by means of gathering here, to turn up that light so that you and I are living in a space of our most. There's from Georgetown, Texas. Good to see you this morning. We're living from our most authentic place. I was asked by a friend over the weekend. He said, how do you prepare to do coffee with Casper? And my friend and colleague, the Reverend Ann Ray, used to call it an incoming. We stay open for an incoming, right? That because my intention is to touch a chord within each of us, all of us that are gathered here, to remind ourselves that so that we kind of, in like the old E.T. song, turn up our heart light just a little bit more, instead of thinking it's just another day on the planet. That we come back into the awareness that we came from the light, we came with a purpose from the light, we signed up to be here in this incredible transformative time in the human condition, and we are bringing forth that transformation against the ego, meaning the race ego, trying to hold on to old forms and old ideas instead of letting go, because what we're afraid is if we let go of our old forms that we'll lose something, as opposed to remembering that we can never put our foot in the same river twice, that it's a new day, the flow is going on. We can resist it, but we would find ourselves much more in tune with the infinite if we went with the flow. And it gives deepen that conviction that that flow, the flow of life in me, and through me, as I tune into my authentic self, that flow of life is bringing me to a greater good. That wonderful affirmation that we use all the time, good and more good is mine. There's no limit to the good that is mine. But I look for the good, I expect the good, I feel the good. I allow it to come to me, and I open myself to allow even more of it, so that I become a place where that good is flowing from me out into the world, and others may sip from that trough, yes? So anyway, I did have a beautiful, as my friend Reverend Ann used to say, and still I'm sure does say, did have a beautiful incoming. And it was really to review the point of view from which we look at the world. That we who are awakening light workers in the world, what we know is there's only one life, that life is everywhere present, that the I am that I am is the same I am that's in every other individual, that I am is sacred and holy, and that wonderful Ralph Waldo Emerson line, if we but knew who we are, the sun or moon or stars could not hold us, that we are the awesome reality of the divine. And that's the intent. Again, I love that line from good morning from Oregon. Good, we got Oregon, we got Hollywood, we got Southern California, all kinds of Southern California, we got Hawaii, North Carolina. We're so glad you're here. So, but let's stay focused. What we want to do then, that St. Ignatius line, that the glory of God is a human being fully alive. So that means, since you're a human being, the glory of God is within you. And that glory expressed is your awakening to the fullness of the life that you are, to the power, to the presence, to the movement of love, to the place of blossoming, to the place of unfoldment that is your true and eternal nature. So the incoming to me was to remember that we say there's one life, there's one power, yes. And that one life is a threefold power. It's what has been known through time or awakening time, as the triune nature of the one. Spirit, soul, and body. Now, when we look through the eyes of spirit, it's the allness of life, the everything, that which is being revealed, that which is already known, that spiral already exists. We're not creating life, nor are we creating laws. We discover laws, and then we make use of the laws. Just like the law of electricity was always there, we discovered it, and it took a while to figure out how to make use of it. We discovered that the power of fire was always there, but it took a while to harness it and to make use of it. We discovered that the animal kingdom and its willingness to cooperate with humanity, therefore revealing horseback riding, which revealed transportation, which then before that was the wheel. I mean, all of these things already exist. Now you move into our time, and when many of us were born, there was no such thing as cyberspace. There was no such thing as cell phones. There was no such thing as microwaves. But yet they were always there. We discovered them, and then we made use of them. And that's what awakening is all about. It's about discovering, being in tune, and then discovering something about your true and eternal nature. And then, since that's your eternal nature, calling that nature into your life now. So this threefold. So one view would be spirit, which is everything, the Academy Award-winning movie, everything happening, everything everywhere all at once, right? That's spirit, right? The next level is soul. Now that's where the I am that you are became a place of the universe awakening to itself as you, right? You became the place where the awakening to itself as you, as your soul, as an individualized expression of the immortal one. Woo, right? That's cool stuff, right? And that's the window through which we should really be looking at the world. That the viewpoint, the soul is the viewpoint from which we said, I would love to come into that experience called humanity, to that place called Earth, to this dimension called 3D, and contribute my individuality, therefore my individual unique vibration of light that I could bring to the world. And so, because if we then look from the body is filled with all of this confusion. I'm radiant, vibrant, dynamic health, and there's a pain in my shoulder. I'm whole, complete, and perfect, and I'm worried about money and supply and surplus. I'm whole, complete, and perfect, and yet instead of my love coming out harmoniously, I'm ending up in confrontation. And all of these feedbacks are coming from these three different levels: spirit, soul, and body. And so you and I need to begin to look at our lives through the eyes of our soul. And that's what we've been calling here, and is being known as the world is awakening, as your I am presence. That soul nature is your I am presence. And so here's what I wanted to remind us. I've done this before. Those of you who've been with me in 3D time in classes or workshops certainly know that I draw this over and over and over again. And I have drawn it here on Coffee with Casper on more than one occasion, but not every week, right? So the circle, right? The circle is the wholeness, the allness, the everything, everywhere, all at once. That's the oneness that is the truth of who we are, right? Now, that circle creates, and here's what the philosopher Ernest Holmes gave to humanity. He gave something called the descent. So this upper area here is, he did this model called let me do these words here: soul and body. Okay, spirit is the top, soul is the I am nature, and body. This is also the creative subconscious from which all things emerge. Wow, I know this is intense, but you're advanced students. You know this. I am reminding you of things. And here's this beautiful thing about the soul, the simple thing that we want to talk about here today. Good morning, good morning. You're watching Coffee with Casper. I'm Harry Morgan Moses. We're just here for 20 minutes to remind ourselves to bring our best. Casper wants to come up and say hi. To bring our best selves into the world. And today, the spring equinox has just happened. We're in a new place. New energies are happening. The full moon is blossoming. No matter what the weather is, the sun is out there behind the clouds, right? And this is a time to awaken to the beauty of who and what we are. All right, so this middle one is soul. Now, I'm going to draw a triangle right here in the middle. Just a triangle. In this case, it's a triangle facing up, right? And then I'm going to draw another triangle. In this case, it's a triangle facing down. Now, you may see that and say, well, that's the Star of David. Well, before there was religions, there was sacred geometry. Before there was man's understanding of mathematics, mathematics worked perfectly. Sacred geometry doesn't belong to any religion or tradition. It's simply pointing to something eternal, some structures in the universe and shapes in the universe like waves. We know those shapes appear over and over again from the subatomic level all the way up to the oceans, right? To the clouds, to the rivers, you name it. The shape is all over the place, right? So it's just like circles are all over the place and spirals are all over the place. These are called sacred geometry. These are shapes and forms that the universe has been using in creation for eons of time. So this is a triangle facing up. So this is facing up towards spirit, the wholeness, the allness, the substance, the source, and facing down toward the body. Right? See the little human guy down there? The body. Human, male or female, matters not. Right? So when the soul, this is the great line. When the soul has two faces, one gazing at the glory of God and the other directing the senses, you can see that coming from this place, from this eternal I am that I am, this place here, this is the viewpoint from which we want to look at the world. From the point of view of my being an immortal spiritual being, of my being in the image and likeness of the One. Therefore, the glory of energy itself, you could say that the glory of God, the conscious place where God is awakening in me, as me, through me, this is what I want to draw on in every day. So what I'm proposing for you to think about this week and for me to think about and work on this week is, what if I were to lean up into my soul nature and keep asking it, what is it seeing as it's gazing at the glory of God? Not while I'm down here chopping wood and carrying water and lifting up water bottles and moving propane tanks and filling cars with gas and going to the bank and doing laundry. And these are chop wood, carry water, or doing my job, or professionally earning money. It doesn't matter what it is I'm doing in the world, because no matter what it is I'm doing in the world or in the form of my body, my soul is gazing at the glory of God. And at gazing at the glory of God, it's trying to reveal to you, in you, as you, and through you, the glory of who you are, the glory of your authentic nature. And I know that when humanity gets to the point where they not only recognize the unity of all life, but they are willing to accept the glory of their own soul and start leaning up into it, start drawing it down. It's already directing the senses, but I'm now attuning to it, because the glory of God is a human being fully alive. So if that's the glory, that's the realization, that's what's mine to discover, is the glory of who and what I am. And since that I am belongs to everybody else, the more I awaken to it, the more I embody it, the more my beingness becomes an avenue through which healing, inspiration, joy, laughter, freedom, fun are all being revealed to me, through me, and to those who touch my experience. We have the opportunity to be a wave that constantly adds and is contributing. You remember I said to you all last week that we need to help humanity have greater sense in itself, greater faith in itself. That we've seen the horrors of humans' inhumanity to itself. But what if we started believing in humanity's ability to rise up to that soul nature, therefore call in those aspects of spirit that heal, uplift, bring peace, bring joy, bring forth the creative right. Health, wealth, and success are your birthright. Success meaning fulfillment, because success for everyone is not the same. Everybody doesn't want the same thing. So there's an old country song that says, money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you a boat. But boats don't make everybody happy. Some people don't like boats. Some people like boats. Cars won't make you happy. Some people like cars, some people don't. Some people like hiking and doing enduring wilderness trips and survival trips out in the wilderness. And some people don't. Because everybody getting their good is not contingent upon everybody getting the same thing. It's everybody becoming more in tune with themselves, and therefore, let me know where you are, where you're checking in from. We're glad that you're here this morning. We're just sharing these few minutes together to remember who we are. The soul is not bound by the false choices you may have made along the way. For example, my brothers sing. My oldest brother's a very good singer. He was always a good singer, good guitarist, good player. And when we would try to sing along or sing with, a lot of times people would tease us and say that you can't sing or you shouldn't sing or you're not the singer. But the bottom line is, when you start working with your talents and your gifts, if you believe you can sing, you can pull that out of yourself, and you can sing, and you can sing really well. So if they told you when you were a child you can't sing, that's simply not truth. You can change your mind about that because your unconscious believed it. Now you're waking up. That's what becoming awakened is all about. It's becoming aware of what it is you're choosing, instead of allowing those choices that you've already made to become the complete permanent law of your life. If you believe that you are something less than spiritual magnificence, then we believe the wrong thing. So we can change. We didn't know about the law of cause and effect. We didn't know about the law of the circle. that what comes from me returns to me as my experience, that the sum total of everything I think, say, and do is contributing to what's going to happen to my tomorrow. We didn't know that until we awakened to it. We didn't know there was a law of the circle that caused us to be directly connected to the infinite and therefore co-creating with the infinite whether we knew it or not. But when we awaken to it, we can start looking at our experience, looking at what we intended, and see what beliefs we need to change. Why is it coming out this way? If I'm whole, complete, and perfect, why am I having continual symptoms? Well, you can change your mind about that. There's a pattern of perfection that is your true and eternal nature established in your soul, and you can draw that pattern into your body today. There's a pattern of peace and poise and calm and happiness that is your mind. And you can draw that pattern into your... Good morning from Burbank, right? You can draw that pattern into your mind today. Now, it's knocking on the door of your inner self by saying, I am this, and I'm awakening to it in a new way. And I'm going to carry my attitude forward so that I awaken to it in a new way. Put your attention on your soul's nature. It's gazing at the glory of God. The I am that I am is gazing at the glory of God. And it's guiding me to become the glory of God that I am, to become conscious of that in my daily life, and to be walking in the light, as a light, with the light in the world, and sharing that light in the world. This is Coffee with Casper. If you found anything enjoyable or powerful in our time together today, share it. Share it on LinkedIn, share it on YouTube, share it, like thing. You know how to do it. Get your groups. We're all getting digital. Get as digital with you. Get it out as far as you can get it to go. And let's get more people gathered, reminding people every week of their own spiritual magnificence, of the I am that is your true and eternal nature, the viewpoint of success and fulfillment that you signed up for, to become that human being who is fully alive. Who you are is something magnificent. And until we meet again, I invite you to go in the light, as the light, and with the light. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way. I'm Harry Morgan Moses. We'll be back next week with Coffee with Casper. We'll see you then. Bye for now.